Huh. Okay. I don't know. You just told me Saturday trotting is shutting down. Test drive is what you were on. I don't know. So now I activated the other one. So we on Saturday trotting now, or are we still on testing? I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't even know how the other one's up and running. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. So are we still up and running now? Yes, we are. Don't know. Test drive is what you're running on. Saturday trotting is shut down. Test drive is what you run on. So it should be the other way around now. Hold on. What's up, Christopher?
What's going on, Ryan?
Not
Can you hear
much.
me?
Just trying to. Yeah, I can hear you. Just trying to
Am I or
unfuck this
anything?
shit. Huh?
Any kind of feedback?
I don't hear none right this minute, but
Nah, dude, I'm just chilling, drinking some beers. Got done. I'm sitting outside here to train.
right.
I have a behind my house,
Cool.
so
That's good.
it's
Glad
kind
the
of loud.
husky. Yeah,
What's that?
Glad the husky can get his own beer, her own beer.
You a picture? Me and the fiance were sitting on the deck, and I was putting on a new screen door, and I was sitting outside, and they got hands like raccoons, man. She had a beer in her mouth and opened the back and brought it to me to pour in a glass
Nice.
for her to drink.
That's a good
So
thing.
they're smart dogs, man. They're a handful, but they're very smart dogs.
Oh yeah, they get bored so easy. It's not even funny.
I've been blessed. I've been lucky. She doesn't dig. I only have a 4-foot fence around my yard. I got about a half. I only got a 4-foot fence around it, and she doesn't. She knows how to run along. She put two and two together and realized, hey, you know what? I could jump this son of a bitch if I just go this way. Dogs that live next door, and she doesn't like the female dog next door. It's a miniature, whatever, half pit and whatever. And my neighbor keeps telling me, "Don't let my dog. I ain't worried about my dog. It's your, my dog. My female husky, 50, 60 pounders,
Right.
but he's all like, oh, dude, my dog will tear it up. I'm like, my dog fucking, pardon my French, takes a piss along the fence and she just runs. But huskies are amazing dogs.
Yeah, I had one. His little ass would like to dig. I had to pick his ass up from the SPCA like 3 different times. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do, man. I'm like, I had to get him I had to build him a concrete pen with a fence around it. I'm like, damn, dog, you're a pain in my butt.
I mean, they will dig a hole. Like when we got her at 6 weeks old, and she was only 6 pounds. I have a 20 by 20 deck on the back of my house. When she would go down into the yard, the hawks would, because she was small, and they could actually swoop down and pick her up. But I would walk down there with her. The hawks would leave. But when the dog got bigger, 20, 30, 40 pounds anymore because I ain't gonna pick her up. But she catches. She doesn't. There's a lot of horror stories about huskies, rabbits, and killing them and eating them. She catches them, but she'll take them and let them go out. She'll catch them at the front of the yard, and she'll walk them to the back. Surprisingly, I mean, I had 2 other huskies before, and they were a pain in the butt. Kind of in 10 seconds, and they would jump my fence, and I watched climb fences, a 12-foot chain link fence, and just go out, come back. They're crazy.
Right. Hey, I didn't know. I had no clue you were blocked, so I'm sorry about that.
No, I don't know. I mean, I've listened to you since you started, and
I mean, I don't know if that was a parting shot from. I don't know if that was a parting shot from a certain individual or what, but I was like, I don't know.
On the time that
I mean, because I got your comment. I mean, I got your comment on my short about the sunglasses and stuff. So I'm like,
no, I mean, I got kind of, I got pissed off, but being with you, like, I don't want to, like I said, it's the first time I've ever been, and I don't want to bash anybody, but like, I know how your issue is with our and whatnot, but you know, says what he says.
I mean, okay, it's fine. It's fine to put out information, but when you're dead flat fucking wrong on shit, and it's like it's not not a one-time occurrence, dude. He puts 3 separate instances, try to tie them together and make them all one instant to fit his narrative, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Well, that's what killed me, because like I would come and watch the show that he was on, and then I'm like, dude, nothing you're saying, man. And then I would come listen to you the next day, and you would say your piece and like, hey, you know, but none of what you're saying is true. And then I couldn't comment, you know, because like,
well, right,
I can't.
That's like the one with him with the armed drone shit hitting the Pentagon. I'm like, dude, they did not have armed drones in 2001 until October of 2001 was the first lethal drone strike that the U.S. military had to perform. Months after 9/11. And then somebody today put in my Rhino Nation chat that it was a Scud missile that hit the Pentagon. I said, what are you talking about, a Scud missile? I said it was a fucking cruise missile, laser guided, that was launched from a submarine off the coast of Virginia.
Well, that's the thing too, is information from, and what I know, like they say, they verify it and they do this and they check it 3, but sometimes some of the stuff he says is just like it's out there. It's like that's not possible. Right. And you don't want to like I've been kicked off.
And then RH is trying to tell me. I said, well, okay, RH, why did they hit that section of the Pentagon? I said, because they're the ones that had the documents that the gold was there in Building 7 and where to go and be moved to and all that other shit. Well, if the documents all burn up, then you can't prove that the shit was ever fucking there. Hello?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy what they want to believe and research what they want to research, which is that's how you do it. But he's retired from 30 years in the Navy at 48 years old. I mean, like, you know, put in 30 years, and he was going to retire at like 20, member, and they wouldn't let him go. They're like, no, you can't go, because I don't know, I can't remember back then what it was that was going on, and they wouldn't let him leave. They're like, no, you got to stay. So I had to keep a year at a time until they finally said, okay, well, you know, from that 26-year period, 1 year at a time for 4 years. And I talked to him about things that are going on, and some things he can relate to. I mean, it's in a lot of things with airplanes being up in the air right now. People don't realize that air and water shows are going on all over the country right now. Well, they're ending now. I live in between Gary, Indiana, and Chicago. I'm 25 minutes from actually in the farthest part of Indiana, and the planes fly out of. Me and the girlfriend will be sitting out here on the deck having a beer with the dogs playing. I'll have a beer. I drink beer in the morning, and that's my coffee. So we'll be sitting out here and going out up in Chicago, which I'm only 30 minutes from the actual lakefront, and 52s and everything flying over you. And she's like, "That's kind of odd." I'm like, "No, the air and water should be in consideration, and not that it's all going on at the same time all around the country,
Right.
but there's not 300 of them up in the air at the time. I mean, there's something going on. Just like
Well,
everybody in the chat says, there's no
just
way."
the amount of the people that are saying that they have this many up in the air don't understand how the military works. It's an almost
Yeah,
impossibility because we would have no aircraft left to fly because they all be on the ground for maintenance. And
yeah,
it's like, okay, the
like
military can do a little bit of an uptick in flight pattern, but not full out balls to the walls of, oh, we got 300
yeah,
flights a day. I was like, moving what? I'm like, moving what?
exactly. That and like
We only have
little background. Oh, go ahead.
we only have 52 C5Bs and 279 C17s. So I'm like, dude, that's not a lot of planes. That's like 300 planes. For every hour they're in the air, they take like 15 to 20 hours of ground maintenance.
Yeah.
And the helicopters are even fucking worse. Way worse.
See, I'm not off. Um, just a little like a background for me. Sir, I respect all veterans, no matter what you did in the service, whether you were there for one, did 30 years. Okay, and my
Right.
father did. I was born in '71 to Vietnam. He was drafted right out of high school.
Oof.
He just had turned 18. So he went to go enlist, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna pick where I want to go before I get drafted." This was in the mail as he was going, and he had to go to the army, which he got out. He went in '66, got out in '67, and was like looking for a job. There's no jobs to be had, so he went. He's like, "Well, I can get a steady paycheck in this, and I can do that." And at the time, he had just married my mom, and he gets out, and he some of his, like, all his friends, to them, I was closer to them than I was with my actual uncles, because they would be here and there. I learned about Vietnam when I was 6 years old. So like when I was in school and they started, I knew as much as a teacher, from the standpoint of talking to someone that was like, he's preaching from a textbook, because he probably wasn't there. I don't even remember it. I got to stand up in front of the class and talk about it when I was in like 7th and 8th grade. I got to tell like my dad's side of the story, what he went through and what everybody went through. Hey, this happened, and there was no need for Vietnam. There's really actually no need for war, period. I mean, like,
Right.
look at, I mean, Mr. T was in, and was, except for what they threw at him, and which was wrong. I'm not going to say right now, to be honest with you, it's not about what's going on. I mean, no one knows if Trump is coming back. So it's just like
You would be
throw a dart at the wall, see what sticks.
right. I mean, I don't
I
think
mean, like,
anybody really. Well, everybody wants to believe it and all this other stuff, but I mean, some of this
yeah,
shit's starting to get batshit crazy. I'm like, really?
no, it's
It's like,
going nuts. It's just like, if I get cut off here, it's because my phone goes dead. And I had it charged up, but this Restream drains your battery. But
oh yeah, major league.
And I got a brand new phone, so I don't know what, but if it does cut out, I I've never called in anywhere before. This is the first that I've been listening to you. And just like, I mean, I don't know if you wouldn't, you don't have to agree with everything I say, but when it comes to like RH, and I enjoy listening to you, not belittle him, but prove him wrong. It's
Right. I mean, it's
like,
just
okay, like I see
well,
it.
the one that got me too is he's like, oh, like somebody's going to take the time to paint a missile or a cruise missile the color of a fucking plane. The bitch is flying by at 400 fucking miles an
Exactly.
hour. Who in the hell is going to care what it looks like?
Well, he lost my respect when he was talking about Simon Parks. Okay, I don't listen to Simon Parks. I can't say like none of us can say whether Simon Parks is just like any other thing. But when didn't he say that he had sex with an alien or something like that? when
Yeah,
when
something
I
to
heard
that,
that,
something to that
yeah,
effect. I don't even
I'm
know
like, how? Like
exactly.
I said, don't quote me on it. I'm not 100% correct, but I'm not 100%. I'm not 100%. But if he said something like that, that's a little far fetched for me. I was
Welcome,
into Star
Savannah.
Trek or Star Wars or anything.
Hey, Rhino. Hi, Christopher. Hey,
Oh,
Rhino,
Savannah.
I don't have a wrench. I don't have a wrench.
I know I was on StreamYard and you weren't over there yet, and I was passing them out
Oh,
over there.
okay.
So I can't do it the way this platform's set up. You can't do it until you go to the other side.
All right.
I don't think anyway. Hold on. Let me see, just for shits and giggles. But
Go ahead, Christopher. I don't want to interrupt. Go ahead.
I love coming on and listening to you guys, man. I love because I don't know if I was blocked or whatever had happened, but listen to your stories about Chewy with the solution for you. Go to Home Depot, buy the 2-foot. It's 2 foot high, as many feet as you want. You buy that chicken wire, put it along that if you and you nail it on there real good. You can
staple it just on my side, and so it won't affect the neighbors. My neighbor has a 2-year-old, so she's always out in the backyard, and she is going to the gate and trying to put her hands through the pet Chewy, which is fine. He doesn't bother her, but I don't want her hurting herself on chicken wire.
Well, you could also spray hot sauce on there too. You could mix hot sauce with water
and just
spray it
paint
on the
it
pickets.
on the...
Well, I mean, just spray the pickets so when he licks the shit, he's gonna go, "Ooh, yeah, this stuff tastes terrible."
Well, here's a funny thing that really works. If you want to do is, I was getting moles and stuff along my yard, and I on putting fertilizer down there, the Grub-X and all that kind of stuff, and whatnot. But this may sound funny, but an old farmer told me you pee in a milk jug and you pour it along your perimeter. The dog, they won't like. I mean, it'll keep the other dogs away. They'll sniff it.
Okay, I'm not going to do that. But
no, I'm just saying that was a cure for the Grub-X. But she'll go.
That's more of a guy thing than it is a girl thing.
I don't suggest you to do it, but it worked for my squirrels, man.
The only male I have in the house is my son, and he's over in Kuwait right now serving. So he's not here to do it either. Yeah,
but it worked, man. For the
I bet you it does.
Or whatever, and they don't like it. Like, my husky was standing at my gate through, and she seen it and she caught it. She dug a hole. She had like where his hole. She grabbed him by his. They're the ugliest looking little things, and you can't even see their faces. And she pulled it out, right out of the ground, and let it go because I don't know what you can catch from it. And she let it go, and he jumped, and he went back in the hole. But you just pour like I also have these There's these little. They look like little sticks of dynamite. You light them, you stick it in the hole, and it smokes them out. Smart for that. They just go around it. So, but
You can see it now. Savannah with a 2-liter bottle with the top cut off at Home Depot. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a question?
She can just go out late at night when no one's watching.
Oh my goodness!
I love the Chewy stories. Can you pee in this bottle for me?
The Chewy stories, I love them.
Stop. Damn.
Oh.
The Chewy stories, man. Like when I hear, I got to put him in his crate. I had to crate. I crated my husky for the first 6 months because I had a friend that had a husky. He went outside for 20 minutes, came back in, and the dog shred it, tore apart, and dismantled in 20 minutes because he didn't like being by.
But, I need to start practicing with him in the house with just because there was one time he came in the house without assistance and I was freaking out because I was like, oh my gosh, he's going to run all over the place and tear everything up. And he sat down on the kitchen carpet right in front of the refrigerator with like, I'm not going to move. I'm not going to move. I'm not going to do anything. I don't need to go in my crate. I'll be a good boy. And so I was just, fixing dinner. And so I just kept turning my head looking at him as I was fixing dinner and cooking on the stove. Just like he's going to get up and try to get up on the, put his paws up here on the stove and figure out what I'm cooking. But he was okay then, but my son was home then too. But
my husky is very spoiled.
Yeah.
She doesn't eat anything but grilled chicken. Like I have 13 grills on my property, Weber's, and when that dog was 6 foot, we'd let her out, and I was grilling her like I would grill for us, and I wouldn't feed her chicken then. But she knew what it was. She would sit there and just wait for it to get done, and that's when she was a puppy. Now I can't get her out. I can't get her in the house. Like now we're going into wintertime. My fiance had to come out here one day. The dog came outside. It was 40 below zero. I was running around here like crazy. I had just grilled some breakfast, and it normally gets her in the house, but at 40 below zero, that's her weather, She would just go dig the hole and just lay in it. And she'd sit there for 6 hours with a ball in her hand, go on the ground, do snow and hold her collar to bring her in. That's how crazy she is.
It's like an Akita. I had Akitas, man. They're like that too. Akitas love that weather.
Yeah.
Because you ever see them in the summertime?
Some people don't realize
they drop like 8 of them big black trash bags with their underbelly fur. You're like, damn, dog, really?
The fur. I'll be out here sitting on my deck, brushing her with the brush. It snowed, but you know what the cool thing about it is? The birds come down and pick it up and put it in the birdhouses. It doesn't go to waste. But yeah.
Yeah, he's a very Chewy's very picky eater too. He's very picky.
So is Citra. Like she'll go, like I'll put her food in a bowl 2-3 days without eating.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Not normal. It's not normal. But no matter for any dog, they eat when they're hungry, and she'll go in there and graze her food. But I also have and if I like, she eats like right away, and I can't leave the husky's food, and then the husky and them, they don't go at it, but the husky will run into the kitchen barking like, okay, she's telling her for eating her food. So then you got to pick her food up and go from there. But the husky is just it's not for everybody. You got I mean, like I run my
a lot of work, and they
are, but also
they get bored. They get bored super easily.
They get bored, and that's the thing. Like because my lab, we have to put her down next week, and I'm dreading it. But old, and she's had a great life, but we got to put her down, and now being bored, so I try to talk the fiance into getting another husky, and she's like, no, you get two of them together, they take care of you. They play together. Much stuff.
Yeah, but they'll probably end up grabbing your stuff and chewing it, playing together.
Like I said, my other two huskies 20 years ago, they tore up everything. They ate the back, anything they get their hands on, and like I said, they can climb. They can climb. Like I'd come down, and and she'd be on the kitchen. The old ones, like this one right now. This husky I got right now is lazy. She'll sleep 20 hours a day if you let her. If you're up and active, they're nosiest dogs you ever met in your life. They know everything you're doing. But they want to be part of it. And you make them part of it, then but they are a different breed. You gotta understand, kind of like Fiance she's Hispanic. She talks to my husky in Spanish and she understands, but I speak to her like, stop it. She just looks at me like, ha ha ha, like I'm the toy. She makes fun of me. Mm-hmm. She runs around and she'll get into everything, but when my fiance comes down Spanish, and boom, she just stops. She don't mess around. But I'm trying to talk her into get another one. Maybe I just buy it here.
So you're happy we back up, Savannah? Took a little bit of doing, but
yeah, I'm happy we're back up. Now, you know what? Is Hit Gal here? Is she on? I think she put something in the chat. Yeah, who is this? Let me see. Yeah, Hit Gal. All right, this is what she put that is so cool. It was a posting, I think it came from Twitter, from Cynthia Gurley. And if this happens, I am just going to cheer like you would not believe. I'm going to jump up and down and everything else. It says here from Cynthia Gurley, she went ahead and posted, she said, okay, so I'm sitting on my porch this beautiful morning, and a man came walking past. He was listening to Julie Green on one phone and talking on another. I waved and I told him I listened to Julie Green also. He only stopped for a minute and said that his sister is involved in false flags in Pennsylvania. Okay, I have no idea what that's about. He said to watch the Statue of Liberty because something's going to happen soon. The whole thing was really quick, but it just made me so happy. I just wanted to share. I've been led by personal signs all along and take to this one. Isn't that neat? That's number 4, Rhino. That's number 4 on what I've heard people saying. Amanda Gray said something's going to happen to the Statue of Liberty. Julie Green says something's going to happen to the Statue of Liberty. And then there was a third one. That wasn't even prophecy. It was something else. They said something was going to happen to the Statue of Liberty. Oh, I know. It's that author guy that I was, he said the Statue of Liberty doesn't mean what you think it means. It had something to do with the 2 different laws, the law of the land and the law of the water. And he said that, and now this one. Oh, I'm watching the Statue of Liberty. If something happens to the Statue of Liberty, oh my gosh. I'm going to go insane.
Statue of Liberty is supposed to be evil?
No, I wouldn't say it's evil, but it doesn't mean what you think it means, and it's sitting in the water at a precise longitude and latitude for something. It doesn't mean the freedom thing.
Yeah, no, basically what I was saying.
Yeah, it's sitting. Right. It means it doesn't mean what we think it means. It's sitting someplace
exactly. It
else.
doesn't serve the purpose of what it was intended for.
Right.
Well, the one that got me was the goat leading the funeral procession.
I know. I saw that.
I was like, come on.
No, but then did you see the goat heads as oh, what do I want to call them? They're in the church up on the not actual goat heads, but they're goat heads made of marble or steel or whatever. They're up in the church. You got to look at the church.
Isn't it like, wouldn't that be something that's evil?
Yes. Yes, then
like
the goat is evil. Yes.
Goat's got some demonic shit that goes along with it.
Yeah, it's sort of like
usually if you wake up and the goat, usually if you wake up and you're strapped to a table and the goat's next to you and he says, "Haha, you're next." You're like, what? You know it was a bad night.
Sort of like the mafia. What do they put? What does the mafia put in your bed?
Horse heads.
Is it
horse heads? Horse heads.
It's amazing, man. I mean, like I say, it's not all Trump opened our eyes to many things, and all the evil and all the.
It was right there in front of our face. We just didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, because we really didn't know.
I don't agree with a lot of things that are being said, but
we'll see. We'll see.
But it does make you raise your eye because things are happening. I guess they say behind the scenes or whatever. I don't know, but.
And I really would like to know what happened in. I want to see the China building that was up in flames yesterday. I want to see what kind of skeleton was left behind with that. Because it didn't buckle and fall. It didn't pancake down like the World Trade Centers did, and it was more on fire than the World Trade Center. So
well, there's one glaring mistake with the World Trade Center. Where did all the debris go? If that much debris came down, it would have busted the seawall, and all of Lower Manhattan would have been flooded. The seawall's not even been touched or scratched.
No, but there was a crater, a bedrock crater. The towers were sitting on top of bedrock, and when they came down, there's a huge crater there. I think that's why there's a memorial at that particular spot, because the crater was already, what are you going to do with this crater? Well, we can shape it into some sort of memorial, and that's where you get the pools from.
There's so much evil to blame to go around that date. It's not even funny. You miss 13 people off the top of your head and not even think hard.
Oh, and I heard something else today too from Steve Bannon. He was interviewing somebody, and they were talking about how the drag queens and the how they manipulate our children and the young minds and all that kind of stuff, and how it went back to and who started all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it was really weird. It's some sort of cult thing too. Another cult bringing it all forward.
As they say, it's a crazy time we're living in.
Big time.
You don't know what's right and what's left.
You have no clue, and everybody just keeps saying research. There's no research because there's nothing to be had on either side. You got a little tidbit here, a little tidbit there.
What they mean by research is you got to go back you got to look at Malcolm X and go back. Where did Malcolm X get his stuff from? He got his stuff from there. that Bannon was talking about it today when they were interviewing somebody, and how far this stuff goes back, and how they've been trying to insert this over the years. It's a small implementation, a little here, a little there, hit a little here, a little there, and then it just balloons into. It's like an insect infect, being infested with something. That's what I feel like. Get the exterminator.
Like David was saying. It's like David, you go back and do your research as far as you can as an individual, and you gotta take it with a grain of salt, like who you hear it from and where you get it, and like I can't listen to Mike Penny. I listen to him.
No, I don't listen to those people.
I do because I laugh.
I listen to like okay, if you want to know something about our money and how the whole SWIFT system started and that it's asset backed, I go to Andrew Dowd. And Andrew Dowd's on BitChute. He gets interviewed quite often, and he gives a very good explanation about the whole money thing. And he was at Wall Street working for BlackRock as a hedge fund manager. He gives his whole background. He's retired now, although he's quite young to be retired. But I guess, hey, you have that kind of a job, you only need so much money, and then you go for it, retirement, or get out of it. And he lives in Hawaii, and he explains everything with the old system. Now, I don't think he has a clue that there's a new system going on right behind it. He hasn't mentioned the new system, but he definitely gives history and tells you how we got to the point where we got, where everything's going to explode. So he's very good with that. I like that.
Well, we hope, put it this way, we hope, but I mean, we're hoping and praying, but we don't know for exactly if it is or it isn't.
What, the new system behind it, you mean? We don't know if the quantum financial system actually is? We kind of know.
I mean, we don't know about the money, if that's actually true or not. I mean, we hope, I guess, but I'm like, I haven't actually seen a 600 plane load of gold.
I listened to Nick's Intel tonight, and what he said, because there's Nick and there's the original Mark Z, and then he went ahead and indicated these two things. He said that Iraq is trying to join BRICS, which is good. That's what they're trying to do right now, and they're also trying to get their Iranian people that are in their, have been in their government or is in their government out. And what else did he say? Something was new. Oh, the banks are not going to close. He said the banks are not going to close. What's happening is there's software updating going on in the middle of the night, so it doesn't affect the banks during the day.
Right. So you have to worry about Wells Fargo just did it this weekend. Wells Fargo's doing it right now.
Okay.
Because they sent out a notice that online banking will have spotty outages all through the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you won't be able to access your account and do shit like normal.
I got a notification from my local bank stating that on the 6th, I think it falls on a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I can't remember the exact. What it says that there'll be they're having issues when you use your debit card. Normally, like when you use your debit card, it automatically, minus it. Well, I almost overdrew my account because, I did my grocery shop and they took out double. I had to dispute, like, hey man, I didn't pay $360 in groceries. Well, I got a $360 ones on there. I'm like, draw my account, and it was the weekend, so I couldn't do nothing about it. And then I got Monday. It's like, oh, we're having difficulties with MasterCard, is what it was. They are.
Oh wow! It doesn't look like that software update went well, right?
Okay, well, I'm balancing my, so I'm like, okay, well, I did balance my correctly. It's just a mistake on their part.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the money back, but You go there and you're thinking you got this money in there, and you swipe your debit, slide it in the machine, and it gets declined. You're like, how is that possible?
Right.
Yeah,
So
well, you gotta.
it was like really weird.
Banks don't like refunding fees and all that other stuff. You got to be a real dick because I'll give you one. M&T Bank is predominantly in Maryland and Virginia, and they suck for fraud protection. Compared to Wells Fargo, they suck because
Well,
they
see now here
the
with Wells Fargo though, I don't mean to interrupt you, but my girlfriend's son had uh the Apple Pay. Someone scammed him for $2,000. It was his and everything, and he went to call the bank, and they're like, "Well, we can't." The bank, it wasn't done on the bank's watch. You know what I mean? It was done on Apple Pay. And them or emailed them. They did nothing for him. He was out $2,000.
right.
Money that was sent.
I'll give you two examples. I have Wells Fargo debit, whatever card, whatever. I went to the gas station, tried to put gas in my truck. Well, I put $2 in, and on the filler neck was bad. Because gas was just pouring out of it. I'm like, oh shit. So I had to go to the parts store and get a damn long funnel to stick down there so it would go down the filler neck further until I could get the damn filler neck replaced. Well, I went back to the same gas station within like 2 or 3 minutes, and I put it in. It's like, boop, try to pump gas, and they're like, denied. And then I get the phone ring, text alert, the phone. It's like, Ryan, do you recognize these transactions? Because I guess they figured somebody was just okay, put $2 in to check to see if the card worked. And they're like, oh, okay, they're going to come back and fill up the tank with gas. I said, yeah, I recognize them. Now M&T, I got a student, and they hit my account within 35 or 45 seconds 3 times for 238.80 because their computer was saying it didn't go through, so they kept running the card. I was like,
Yeah.
and then that overdrew my account, which the two other things that I paid for that weekend naturally got overdrawn, right? So I went to the bank, and this Spanish chick must not have been with the bank long. She's like, "Well, we can only give you back one fee and all." I said, "No, that's bullshit." I said, "This happened before once." And I said, "You're full of shit." And I was not quiet about it. The whole bank's looking at me. I said, "I don't give a fuck. Ed. You all look at me." And then the manager goes, "Do we have a problem?" I said, "Yeah, your girl here doesn't know what the fuck she's doing." And I said, "Well, you're a male branch manager." I said, "I guarantee you probably don't fit in the pool either." He goes, "Well, what she's saying is correct." I said, "So in other words, you don't know, either one of you, what the fuck you're doing, correct? That's what you're telling me. So I will go find an M&T bank that knows what the fuck they're doing." And I said, "But when I do unfuck it, I will come back and show you a receipt. And then guess what? I'm going to be making a call and see if I can't have your fucking job." He's like, man. So I said, "Yeah, okay." So I went down the street. Oh, well, the guy goes, "Oh, that's messed up. I see exactly what happened here." I was like, "Yeah." So they refunded all the shit, all the charges. I took the receipt back up the asshole. I said, "Now there you go. So hard to do, dickhead. Took all of 5 minutes. Took all of 5 minutes. What's that word? Oh, can't. Oh, it doesn't exist at this other bank. They sure as hell can. And everybody in the bank's just looking at me like, nah, you making that. I said, "What's your name again? And what's the branch number?" "What do you need that for?" I said, "Because you better believe I'm calling the regional vice president and tell him how much of an asshole you are and don't know what the fuck you're doing." He was not a happy camper.
No, they don't like it when you stand up for yourself and you know what you're
Oh,
talking about.
the regional vice manager. I said, "Yeah, well, here's his name, here's his branch number." I said, "You need to relieve him of his job because he has no fucking clue what he's doing, and this teller has no fucking clue what they're doing. Why is it one bank can do it, and it took all of 5 minutes, and yet all I got was a lip and song dance of we can't do this, we can't do that, yet you don't want to solve the fucking problem. Why is that? That means you suck as a manager, correct? Am I wrong in that situation, bud?" "Oh, sir, you need to calm." I said, "No, I don't need to calm down. You need to unfuck your management at this bank. Simple as that." And I told him, I said, point blank, if I go in there a week from now and he's still there, I will go over your fucking head. and I will make sure that I told them that I talked to you and you were worthless as tits on a fucking pole. Oh, he's like pissed then. I'm like, too bad. I hope you are fucking pissed.
They don't like
As
to
anybody
hear the
knows
truth.
on this channel, don't get the rhino started. When I fucking start ranting, motherfucker, my ass is like a bull in a china shop. Like, ah, or a
Dude, I'm
rhino
just
in a
like,
china shop.
I could be just like you. I don't have, like, as my mom, she'll sit here and say, I have no hair on my tongue. And I'm like, what's that mean? She's like, I say what, and we'll get along great. She's like, why? I said, because I don't have any hair on my tongue either. And aspect, as you are, you got to say how you feel, man. You can't.
Well, they bred
The
in the
way,
last 20 years, they bred that out of our children. Males are
yeah.
supposed to be
Oh yeah.
feminized. We're supposed to get them to go along. We can't play dodgeballs because, oh my God, there's some losers. We don't want Johnny to feel no hate and discontent or ill will. Yet when he hits the real world and he gets stuck with hate and discontent and disappointment, he has no fucking coping mechanism to deal with it. Mommy, oh, can you call into work? I'm sick. I can't do it.
Dude, I've worked at the same job for years. Okay, you know how many times I called off in 34 years? 3, because growing up in the 70s, and it goes through you had to work, man. You miss a day. My thought was, hey, I miss it 12 nights, 6 days a week. Tonight is my only night off I get, and coming at working, I'm a baker. The holidays are coming. I'm not gonna have no days off until January 1st. You know, pumpkin pies, everything you got to make, cook. So, they'll pay me. I have no problem. But if I do need a day off, whatever, they're good with it. But the work ethic, like, I would look at it this way, like, hey, if I call off, I'm taking 12 hours worth of pay off my food, pay bill, whatever it is. These kids nowadays, oh, that's okay. My son's 22 years old. He's got a great job, and he doesn't come to me for money. But I tell him that, it's here if you need it. But if you don't ask. And when you go to buy your first home, there's your down payment. So I don't need it. And I hope I raised him right. He'll be 22 in April, and he's doing good for himself. But I plan on moving here shortly, and I'm going to give him my house. My house is paid for. Right? It's all done. But he's going to have this, and then he just pays utilities. Because I got a 2-story home with a basement. I'm 51 years old. I don't need to be carrying laundry downstairs and whatnot.
Well, if that new law goes in effect there 1st of January in Illinois, everybody ought to be getting out of that state. Oh my God, they ain't arresting you for nothing in that state no more.
They're all moving here. Like I said, I'm in between the 2 worst places to live. The city, I'm like, I'm in 15 minutes from my house, but I'm in the city of Chicago, and I veer off. I'm right off Lake Michigan. I'm 5 miles off Lake Michigan. So my winters are rough, and like, I don't know if it's Lori C or Sissy K, whichever one's in Illinois. The weather, the winters here can be brutal, and it depends which way. And I'm 5 miles from it, and people are like, "Oh, you're in Indiana. You don't get." I'm like, dude, and I'm on the farthest north point. I'm like, I'm right there, and going to Chicago anymore. I used to, as when I was younger, go to ball games and go to see the Cubs. I'm not there. The north side is Wrigley Field is a beautiful area. It's not for me anymore. I just you can't carry a gun there to protect. Then if I can't carry a sidearm to carry to protect my family. I don't need to go there.
Right.
You know.
Go ahead, Savannah.
And
What you got, Savannah?
I don't have much. Not today, anyways.
Oh, well.
I
I'm gonna
went
leave you
ahead
out.
and told you what Nick's intel was about the banks, that they're doing the software updates at night. I don't know. What did I put in your chat?
Well, I don't know. While we're over here, we'll mention that the Rhino Nation has a new Rhino Nation chat on Telegram. You can sign up to be added, which I get you, but we can't have let it be open totally to the public because everybody be over there dropping stupid shit like they did last time. But do as good as you want to join, and then I'll get over there and I'll let you in. Woo! You can post what you want. Just don't put stupid shit.
But
like Rhino.
I'm
Like
gonna have to
Rhino's
jump
taking a dump and shit.
I'm gonna have
What's
to jump off here.
that?
Say thank you for letting me join or come on the panel. I'm not annoying. I'm not anything but a normal 9-to-5 for a living. Puts food on his table for his family and takes care of his dogs. Right? And I love my beer. Everything I have is like everybody else does. And the one thing when Savannah was talking about the money, I'll just be happy if they get the stock market fixed. I lost 21.25 in my 401k.
Okay, you know what's happening with the stock market is they're taking down those corporations. This is something Edward Dowd told me in his interview. He's indicated what's happening with the stock market is that you know how you have a balance sheet. You have a balance sheet with legitimate transactions, legitimate business that actually have income coming in and everything else. And then on the other side of the balance sheet, you have all the fraudulent stuff where there's shell companies and that revenue doesn't even exist. Okay. The fraud has the fraud side has overwhelmed the legit side, and now it's spewing and it's going to come down. So I think what's happening is they're going to be getting rid of a lot, all those shell corporations and everything within the stock market, which you're going to see numbers fall. So right now it's like a huge amount of Ponzi schemes are have accumulated within Wall Street. And that's what they're trying to take down.
Well, that explains how all the politicians and the money, but we're not.
Yes. And and then he mentioned something very, very interesting was the last bubble that we had that burst. I think it was the real estate bubble in 2008 when Barack Obama came in. And then you saw nobody went to jail for that. Did you see nobody went to jail for all that major loss? And then all of a sudden we as taxpayers have to save Wall Street. You remember that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's at the point where the government actually took over Wall Street. And BlackRock and State Street and Vanguard is really like a government entity. So, because they're being directed by the government and how to handle all this. So, that's where you get the CIA involved with all their shell companies. Oh, I shouldn't have said that word. Sorry. You see the three-letter agency ending in an A, all wound up in big tech, where there's more with the Twitter, and how Elon Musk came in and bought Twitter, and then he wanted to find out how many artificial intelligent bots were out there pretending to be people, and then he found out that it was like 40%, and it just keeps going up from 40%. I've heard 50%, I've heard 60%. Oh my gosh, but I'm sticking with the 40 right now. that have been proven to be artificial intelligence within Twitter. And why do they do that? Why do you think they do that?
Because it's going to drive the stock
I don't
price
know.
down to nothing.
No, well, no, they use Facebook, Twitter, and I guess YouTube. I don't know how YouTube plays into it, but they use that to steer the narrative. So if you want to I don't know, have the government is planning to do
like
something.
The reason we got taken down. That's just like the reason we got taken down. You can't set a certain date back in November of 2 years ago.
Right?
It's taboo,
exactly.
and it's like there's enough proof out there to be whatever, but
they're using it as the government is using it as a government entity. That's why you're seeing all the lawsuits coming out right now too.
The only thing we're seeing tons of lawsuits coming out, like, is going to sue the the 3-letter agency that ends with that. I'm learning how to say all these things without having to.
Right.
David, I promise I don't want to do it RH and get you shut down.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. I can tell you, I'll give you firsthand. He think it's so funny. It's taking me we're on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, it's taking me 3 days and over 10 hours of fucking with this shit to get a channel back up. It's not the original 7, which will be back up next week, but it's a pain in the ass. I'll be the first minute. You got to you got to make a new email to go with the channel. Then you got to stick it over there on YouTube. They got to recognize it in 24 hours. That's if they choose to recognize it, which they have not until now. So that's been 36 hours plus. Got to verify your phone number and all this other bullshit. It ain't no fun. It's a pain in the ass when you get a channel taken down, and we weren't even trying. Because that was a 5-hour show. If we said something about that, it might have been in passing because we definitely didn't harp on it.
So you know how China works with all their propaganda, right? The people don't get to hear what the real truth is. They only get to hear what the government wants them to hear. And basically that's the same thing that's going on with the 3-letter agency that ends in an A, controlling what Twitter and Facebook. So they're censoring and they're, taking things down. So that type of thing. So our government is extremely fraudulent. It's going bye-bye. And yes, the military is the only one that could take care of this, honestly.
Well, I'll change the subject a tad bit. I got something for everyone to watch if they want to. It's on the History Channel. It's called the Tesla Files. Very, very interesting shit.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw it.
Oh my God, this shit they proved. Oh, bye, Christopher. He just went poof. Bye, Christopher. They proved that Tesla's bullshit, or I can't say it's bullshit. Tesla's shit works. They powered a boat. They powered a boat, and they stuck lights all along the ground and shit. And that was like, what? This dude.
Did you see the coil thing that was set up in Europe? No, you didn't. I'll have to send it.
This thing is like, I understand now how it can get to your house somewhat, but you're still going to have shit on the top of power plants and stuff to accept it, I would assume. But it's like this dude is like, well, supposedly he had 80 trunks of his documents. There's the dispute. There's at least 20 or 30, if not more than that, missing, plus a lot of shit out of his safe. And the U.S. military or somebody else has got all this crap. This dude, he had shit just like the Osprey was just as a modern version. He had drawings and shit patented of that shit way back in the early 1900s.
I know.
Before World War I and II. So you have to figure that his main sponsor was J.P. Morgan, and J.P. Morgan had holdings in what? Rubber, copper, and fuel. Well, Tesla shit with free would cut down on the need for copper, to for fuel, and all that other crap because the shit was free pretty much. He's using they didn't know what it was called back then, but it's called the ionosphere. You put these towers and use the ground as a ground, it completes the circuit, and beep, you're like, what? And they wanted to make him out like he was normal. How? Because the question is, how has this man been erased from United States history? They pretty much took him out of every book, anything else, and just said all his shit that
I
he came
know.
up with was fucking bullshit. And
I know.
this dude has got more fucking shit. Like the induction motor that's in a Tesla motor car is the most. They're like, whoa, because they used the exact replica drawings that he had back when. It's like, I'm in serious. You need to
Mhm.
watch it. I was like, I mean, I knew who Tesla was, but I didn't understand none of that stuff. Oh,
Oh
I thought
yeah,
you just
let
dropped
me
it.
let me read something real quick here. Nikola Tesla's largest donor and funder was one of the three wealthy men who died on the Titanic and opposed the Federal Reserve Act being enforced by Senator Eldridge, setting the stage for J.P. Morgan to kick Nikola Tesla off his land due to late payments and tear down his Wardenclyffe Tower, designed for wireless power transmission that would have stopped the very same central bankers in their tracks from amazing or assuming control over our energy grid and changing us for energy consumption. No coincidences. Yeah.
You're back.
John Jacob Esther was the guy's name who was his fund, the person that donor or funder, the person that was funding him. And he died on the Titanic. And then JP Morgan came in.
You're back. Oh,
Yeah, I got
Hello.
disconnected. I had it. Oh, I had to come to get a beer.
There you go.
So yeah, it was it. I agree. I watched that whole thing. I really liked it. There's also some sort of
I got up to
TV show on
episode 6, and
Tesla.
then I got up to episode 6, and then I couldn't find the rest 7, 8, 9, and 10. But
Because Tesla dated JP Morgan's daughter. There's some
well,
sort
they
of
made him out to be. He could have been also because he had a particle beam weapon way back then in World War II. So I don't doubt that the federal government stole a lot of his
oh
shit.
yeah, oh yeah.
I have no
The
doubt that
the
the federal government stole.
central bankers put a kibosh to the whole thing because it would have been free energy for everybody, and they
And
didn't
see,
want free.
the part that really makes you go wild is the curator of his documents over there in Belgrade gets all defensive when you start asking about how many cases. Can you see the document from the Russians of where he signed for the $25,000? And they're like, no. They get all defensive and shit. It's like, why would you be that way if you have nothing to hide?
Yeah.
I mean, I was amazed. I'm like, wow, this dude was way before his time. And you even ask
Yes.
Albert Einstein, even Albert Einstein, he goes, don't ask me, ask the smartest man in the world, ask Nikola Tesla.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly. Yeah.
Einstein wanted the Tesla squish because he was going in direct competition to his DC motor bullshit. Well,
Right.
AC induction motors are used to this day in every damn thing we have. It's like, what? So you figure he had those inventions. Imagine what else he did because he had patented the plane that flies forward and then can go up like a helicopter. Well, that's
Yeah.
exactly what an Osprey does on a more modern scale.
Am I back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're back.
No, I had for some reason I got a phone call and then I deleted everybody was muted, and like I said, I'm new to this. I don't know how. I'm trying to look to see how I unmute myself.
Oh, well, when you get a phone call, it cuts your volume like the next to nothing.
Okay. Everybody hear me?
You either got to, yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I got because everybody's watching TV and well, the fiance and her son are watching TV inside, and the husky sleeping, which it's like having a newborn child. She's in bed. I'm happy. She has a bedtime by 9 o'clock.
Yes, mine does
And she's
too, and
all.
he's sleeping too. So I don't want to even mention his name, or else he'll wake up.
Well, here I'll show you what one of the. I'll show you what one of the monsters is doing. There's the dopers.
What are the pups mixed with, Dave?
They're German Shepherd pit bulls.
Oh man, they're gonna be big.
Mommy was a German Shepherd, and the pit bull was the daddy.
They're gonna be.
I don't know how big they're gonna be or not, because mom's not that big. She's not that tall anyway. I should say, but she's not that tall really. Oh, I'm just glad that we're back streaming. Yay! I was surprised as anyone because I've been trying StreamYard for like the last 2 days, and they're like, nope, nope. And tonight I went live for a test. I was like, boop. I'm like, oh shit, we're working. Damn. Because technically you're not supposed to be able to do it because, whatever. Once they strike you for a week, they want you to stay gone for a week. But whatever.
I got a channel starting up. I have a Facebook group of 19,000 people. I'm not going to give myself a plug, but it's for grilling and for Weber Grill. I got 19,000 people, and it's awesome. Start a podcast or whatever you want to call it here on YouTube, and just do it on Saturday night. Drinking and grilling on a Saturday night, and like I grill all year round. I don't care if it's 40 below zero. I got a brand new stove, I've only used it twice. We don't eat anything chicken than it is to eat fried chicken or baked chicken. I mean, baked chicken is good for you, but it's the best. I mean, health wise and for that matter, and we eat 6 out of 7 off the grills. And the one day we don't eat off the grills is the day I'm working. So like, not to when a certain, I call it a page or whatever, YouTube channel did the deep fried rib roast. I'm like,
what a waste of beef.
Like, what are you doing, man? Like, put that on. Like, I have a rotisserie, throw it on the grill, man. Direct cook it for however long it takes, depending how big it is, and boom, deep fry it. I mean, I've heard of people, but I'm not paying $80 for a rib roast and throwing in a deep fryer. I'm throwing on a rotisserie.
Yeah, I'm going to want to be able to eat it, not just, oh, yeah, that was an experiment. I'm like, nah, that's all
right. I've tried it.
Hi, Benjamin. Welcome back. Go ahead.
Oh, man.
Oh, Rhino H just happened to be launched, lift off.
But I'm going to have to bounce here. I'm going to have to bounce here. I took up I want to say thank you for letting me up on the panel, and like I said, it's the first time I've ever been on a panel.
Well, just like next time that you get blocked, just remember the rhinonation65@gmail.com. Just shoot me an email that you got blocked, and I'll look into it.
Yeah,
I seriously, I had no clue. I had no clue.
It was around the time that I was talking in the chat, like it was the KH, or Kathy. We'll say her name.
I'm not saying. Not saying it couldn't.
But I mean,
couldn't have, should have, would have happened. Who knows? It might have. I don't know.
I mean, it's just like listen to you, and I like listen to like here in Savannah. I work from afternoon till 4 in the morning every night. on, at 7, whatever, and I look forward to listening to it. My headphones on. I couldn't comment for the longest time, so I just put my headphones on. I'm making bread. I'm just passing the time. And like I said, I don't have the RH intel to bring to your show or nothing like that. Like I said, I'm everyday Joe, man. Work your hours. But I got to get a hold of you, David. I'm gonna send you. I messaged you a while back. I'm gonna send you a port that you can grill outside with it.
I hate.
Oh, it's just me and Savannah now.
Yeah. He's
So
rebooting.
What's Chewy doing?
Sleeping.
Thank God, right?
Yes.
Did you ever think that having a 4-legger harder than raising a 2-legger?
Yeah. Yeah, I compare the two. But see, I can put Chewy in a cage where I can put
I can't put my husky, my smart with the cage. We went upstairs, went to bed, turned the TV on, right there from downstairs to upstairs, and she hears us awake watching TV. She got up, came upstairs. Like I said, they got to pause. She in the bedroom. I'm like, what are you doing up here? So I walked her down, put her back in the cage, closed it. Do you put a blanket over the top of his cage at night?
Yeah.
So we did that, put it back on when I put her back in there because I'm like, I'm going to go up the staircase. I'm going to sit right here. I'm going to watch how she gets out. Open up the cage. She flipped the lever and pushed it over with her nose, and she was out again. All right, well, the cage is not a thing anymore.
I noticed that he's watching me how I do the lever. He's like studying it. He hasn't been successful at trying to get out of this one, but
Citra was, and then at that point we're like, okay, well, the cage is done, and thankfully, then I thought to myself, like, well, I got a 60-pound husky for a house while we're upstairs, and she's in a cage and she can't do nothing.
Yeah,
So we're back.
There's our protection.
Went back to Antarctica. Came back from Antarctica.
All right, guys, I'm gonna drop into the chat, and like I said, I want to thank both of you guys for letting me come on the panel. You guys have a good night.
Not a problem, Christopher. Welcome anytime. All
right, you guys take care.
Have a good one.
Woo! Yeah, I got Rhino Nation 8-9 made now, so I'm gonna have to hook that to YouTube tomorrow.
Do they charge you anything for that?
No.
Okay.
It just takes 24 hours for them to recognize the channel, I guess.
Okay.
Whatever you want to call it. I don't understand. I got 2 avatars now. I got 2 avatars with the same picture that are like competing right now. I had to turn one of them off. I said, I don't know how that happened, but I figured that out. I don't know. Funny. I'm just happy that we could go live.
Yeah.
Surprised me because I checked back in the dashboard and it says nope, channel still not approved, and it says no access to it. I'm like, shit. So I went over to StreamYard, did a little testing. It says go live, and it went boop and took off. I was like, oh shit, look, we can go live. I was like, oh damn. I don't even know how to use Restream because it won't let you kick off the camera to an avatar, and I don't even know how you drop a link over there to let people come up. It's got to be a way because they do it on other channels, but I'd have to read up on that because I've never That's the first time I ever went live on StreamYard.
Yeah.
First time. I was just happy it went, and I was like, well, let's see if we can get Restream to go. I was like, oh damn, look, I can go there too. I was like, well, at least we can talk on StreamYard. I mean, Restream,
Right.
because I know what I'm doing. I guess probably, but yeah, that shit with Nikola Tesla. I watched that most of the day. I watched like 6, 7 episodes of 50 minutes a pop. They were pretty cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Well, I was like they were like they were excited as shit too that the test actually worked. They're like, woo, damn.
Yeah, I was
It's
trying to
like,
find out where the coils. Maybe I put it in my save folder. But over in Europe, they were talking about how they were going to have to redo the coils and use that.
oh, in Germany,
Yeah.
because they had something that looks exactly like the one in New York.
Yes, they do. They do.
And the
And it
Germans
was
called,
talking about using that for energy instead of the oil.
right. Well, that'd be a wild ass. That would be wild. That would be wild as shit.
Yeah.
You can use the ionosphere to power the entire fucking world.
Yeah.
Would be interesting. Oh, well, that's just like I also watched one on Elon Musk with climate change. Shit, the reason climate change is going is because you figure all this shit that they've knocked down to build stuff, right?
Right.
You got rid of a hell of a lot of trees because the carbon till up until what, like 10 or 15 years ago, was staying at a fairly consistent rate. Then it went skyrocketing atmospherically.
Yeah.
Well, it's because it should be if you build a housing complex or you build anything, for every tree that you take out the ground, you should have to plant two of them back somewhere on that property or somewhere near there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So instead of only planting 1 to 1, you're planting 2 to 1, which should be increase your shit anywhere else. Because what do trees and plants and shit do? They suck carbon dioxide in and throw out oxygen, correct?
Mhm.
Or whatever. I think it's something like that, or it's opposite way around or something. I don't know.
Oh, here
But
it is. Yeah, massive coil. They're discovered and abandoned in Russia. Sorry, this is happening in Russia. Go ahead.
what the other
The
thing that Tesla
coils.
was going?
I'm gonna drop it in. Right. Yeah, I'll put it in the folder. Hold on. Right there. Send. Okay, it's there.
Speaking of which, I don't think everybody that's in here already knows about it, but we got the new Rhino Nation chat. It's got the avatar that I got going on right below me, or right that I'm using right now. It's got that avatar. You can just look for that Rhino Nation chat. You can join, and I'll approve you, and you can go look at everything or post whatever you want, except being stupid. Sorry, don't need no rhinos taking a big dump or any of that other shit. Had that happen last time. But you can watch a goat leading a funeral procession. All kind of good shit.
Yeah.
Well, I had the funniest one is I had to correct somebody. They said, "Oh, a Scud missile hit the Pentagon." I was like, "A
Well, I
Scud
know.
missile?"
I put that in there. That was my posting, but it's just from what I saw. I don't know
Right.
whether
Well,
that's
I
true or
put
not.
down, I put like there was, and I had to wait till the bottom below that. I said, the Pentagon hit would have got a hit with a laser guided cruise missile that was launched from a sub off the coast of Virginia. I used to know what the sub's name was called at that point in time, but everybody's like, well, how is it deep state? I said, well, I don't know about that. It was the U.S. government put it that way. If the deep state owns a sub, then maybe it was, but somebody in the U.S. government is the one that let that bitch off.
Yeah.
Or gave the should I say gave the order to fire it.
Probably George Bush Sr.
Oh, he knew. Probably fucking Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney's the one that told him in F-16 to shoot down the plane.
Yeah.
And I'll bet, and everybody goes, well, how can they find a new plane debris? I said, because they probably guided the plane out over the water and shot the piss out of it over the ocean.
Yeah.
I guess so. Oh, what's up, hit girl? Welcome to the Rhino Nation for liftoff, baby. Oh, yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Hello, hit girl.
Oh, yeah. Quite happy. Can stream again. What a pain in the ass, though. I'm like, why should it be that? Well, the one that gets me too is why they make it so hard to get to the back of the dashboard that you got to get to for this shit. It's just like, really? I mean, not so much as you're on a laptop, but on a phone, it's a pain in the ass. That's like my new free phone, right? I ain't played with it for a month. Now I'm starting to use it. The bitch don't want to charge, right? So called the people I got it from. They're like, oh, it's only got a 14-day warranty from us. You got to call the manufacturer. I called the manufacturer. He's like, you got to do a factory reset, which means you got to wipe everything out of the phone again. And then it's got some software update. I said, well, it won't let me do the software update, bitch, because it ain't charging. It's only got 10% power. I said it sat on the charger all day and it only went from 16 to 17 in 4 hours. So you tell me. Said my phone will charge in an hour or less if you're not using it. So I'm like, all right, we'll play the game. We'll do a factory reset and your little software update and see what happens. I'm sure it's still probably going to have the same engine because it's the same battery. Can't tell me a software update in the phone's going to make that big a difference battery wise. Maybe.
Right.
I can't see it, but I'm stupid or shit. I'm beginning to believe I don't know anything anymore. Like I was pulling my hair out and I didn't do nothing wrong. It's just they wouldn't let me restream because they were the ones blocking the shit on their side. That's what I thought. I was like, you assholes. You assholes. So anybody that tells you it's your 24-hour wait period can tell you can kiss my ass. It's at least 36 or longer if you get a strike or taken down. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Well, now I gotta go research and find out everything that he said during his rally and what people are pointing out.
Woo. I'll tell you, I was blown away with that shit with Nicola. That man, he's got so much. Whew. I'd like to see the shit that they confiscated. Oh my God, can you imagine? Can you imagine if they went to all that trouble to confiscate that shit?
Yeah.
Imagine what you just imagine what's in there. And you know it has to be something because why would the curator of the museum that's Tesla keeping the Tesla records and all that other shit, why would be so evasive? You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's
Mhm.
80 things in there. Well, we don't know nothing about that. Like, well, can we see his signature on the back? Oh, no, no, no. I'm like, what are you hiding, dude? Either he signed for the $25,000 or he didn't, or somebody else did and took the money and ran.
Right.
I don't know. Oh, I did. I want, man, it was, I probably should have did all this shit tomorrow since tomorrow's Sunday, but I wanted to listen to Wayne Dryer too. I said, well, some of that shit he was saying in there, I was like, whoa, that's deep.
Now,
Pretty
who's
much
that? Is that the
Wayne,
Facebook guy?
no, Wayne Dyer was like a, I don't know how you describe him. He's like a self-help guru or some shit. He wrote all these books. I don't even know if he's still alive, but he's like
No,
a,
I think he's dead. I know who you're talking about now. Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
bald-headed
Right.
dude.
Yes. Yes.
But
He
he's
he
saying
passed
if
away.
you can't, it said, he said you can try to manifest shit in your life, but as long as you have any, if you're like condemning or hold a grudge against, like say you're pissed off at your brother, your mother, your father, or somebody else
Right.
in the world, all this other shit, until you get rid of all that stuff, he says like a gigantic cork in the fucking mechanism. I was like, what? I was like, wow.
It's like a gigantic cork being released, you mean?
Well, it's like a giant. If by you having all the anger against your father and all that other shit, it
Right,
sucks a lot of your. It has something to do with the energy, the vibration of the world. That's just like Tesla's into that shit too.
right.
The frequency of the world is like 432 megahertz or something like that, or hertz, somewhere in that neck of the woods.
And they've been messing with the frequency, haven't they?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like all that shit because if you harness them, I mean, that's just like the free out. That shit with the free energy just blew me away. I was like, wow. I was like, damn. And you got to figure these dudes are used to this shit, and they were like, oh shit, the fucking shit actually works.
I
Because
think
see,
they've been keeping us in a negative state of mind.
because nobody's tested out any of the stuff that he's done, discounted it as being bullshit. But that's what they J.P. Morgan and them wanted to do because they were trying to sell rubber, copper, and gas.
Hmm.
I'm still not buying into the electric car, but you know.
I mean, obviously we know it can be done. It's a kind of a good thing. However,
Oh
there's a
well,
lot of things
I'll give you
over it.
this: the electric car, they're fucking fast as fuck. I'm telling you what, it's like being on a roller coaster ride. You hit that gas pedal, and normally you hear a gasoline car rev up or make noise. That bitch just hums louder. You're like, you're like, oh shit. Especially the one, because Teslas only have like a one-speed gearbox or some shit. They got the Porsche. Oh, shit, I'm trying to think. I forgot what it's called. It's like a big, expensive ass Porsche. This bitch got like a three-speed, different gears and shit in the box. Oh my god, you talk about being fucking fast as shit.
Hmm.
Of course, it still only goes like 330 miles before it's got to be plugged in again. But at least you'll be styling while you're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is my test from the other channel still rolling?
I
I don't know
have
how to
no
shut that.
idea.
I don't know how to shut that down because it should have. I hit stop. I said stop broadcasting on YouTube, and I hit stop and end. I'm like, I don't know. Well, that's
Oh,
like
Hit
over
Girl
here.
says she doesn't have a wrench either.
Well, that's because I was doing it when I was over on you on
The
Streamyard,
other one, yeah.
and you can do it on Streamyard. You can do it when you pop up in the chat. I can just hit your icon, and it'll fucking pop that box up to get you to be a moderator. Over here, no, it doesn't. It comes up as hold on. Let me see what you do over here. Nope. Over here, block. No. Over here, all it does is block you.
Right.
So you have to, the live chat comes up on the other side after the show's over and do it that way. Don't ask me why, but that's like StreamYard. I have no clue how you make avatar and how you drop links. So I guess I'll have to find that out too, but not really. Since I'm back up on Restream. Yeah. I just have to find out why I have two avatars of the same fucking of the same channel. I'm like, what the hell's up with that? I said, not good. It's cool though. Now I can toggle between three channels here shortly.
Yeah.
Hardest part's going to be keeping all the damn email addresses straight. Oh my goodness. He's got what, 64 for the other channel. This one 65. The other one, newest one, 9 is 67 because 66 was taken. It's like, Jesus.
Hmm.
Uh, it's funny. I got a new avatar for Stacy. I found a purple rhino or a pink purple rhino or something. It's cute as hell. It's funny. Stacy Rhino. Look, Stacy Rhino. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. I'll have three channels available. Hit girl. One is up. Rhino Nation 8 is up. 7 will be back next week sometime. Monday or Tuesday, I should be able to broadcast on it again. And after tomorrow, in a 24-hour period, I'll have number 9. It'll be up and ready to go too if I choose to use it. I don't have to, but it's sitting there. You can be used if that has to be. Well, I don't know if we're going to need them or not, but I think us getting taken down had some help. What I'm beginning to get fished out and leg because I don't know what happened on a certain other channel or two, but something did. I know the full story, but something did that pertains towards us. So the link to 9 will just be Rhino Nation 9. Just like this was Rhino Nation 8, and then Rhino Nation 9 will just be Rhino Nation 9. Be on the same thing. It'll be on YouTube. But I got the emails. Yeah, I know. That is a bitch. I got to do that tomorrow. I got to write them all down.
They're dancing in Kiev. I don't know why, but they are.
Because they're passing out the vodka.
Because they're what?
I said because they're passing out the vodka.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know why they're dancing, but probably shot down something that's Russian.
No, it's not. It's the people that are dancing. It's not the soldiers. So I'm thinking they're free from the corruption from what was going on over there.
I
don't know. We'll see.
I don't even know. I ain't even hazard a guess. I ain't followed that too closely. There's too much shit going on both sides as far as who's doing what to what.
I know. Yeah.
Plus, now you got the Red Step Stacker video came out, and then you got a bunch of people piling on his ass saying, "Nah, y'all full of shit." And I'm like, whatever. Who the fuck knows?
What happened with that? What are you
Well,
talking about?
he put out the video where everybody put out the video that German dude addressed
Oh,
the
the
parliament.
German chancellor, yes,
Yeah, well,
about
Red Step
September
Stacker came
24th.
out and said it was
Right.
all something, and then now
Right.
everybody piling on his ass saying, rah, 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 rah. I'm like,
oh, I didn't know
like,
everybody was piling on his ass.
I was like, whatever. I'm like, I ain't paying attention to none of your shit. If something happens on the 24th, oh well.
I didn't know they were all piling on his ass. Oh, that's funny.
I was like, whatever. It's like, Christ, you guys are like a feeding frenzy. Like, I was like, you know what? I hate you. They ain't the only person that's been saying this fucking shit's something gonna hit the fan on the 24th, though. That ain't like the only person sounding a ding a ding a ding a bell.
Right.
And I'm not know nothing about Red Step Stacker, but I don't know if I'd take that too much with a grain of salt there.
Well, he played the entire video. If you watched his thing, he plays the entire video and he says this happened 6 months ago and they went ahead and clipped this particular piece out and then put it out there for everyone.
Oh shit. Can't wait until it's our time to dance. Uh-oh. Look out, that MBT. That MBT in the house. Oh shit, stand by. So anybody
I can't wait for it's our time to dance too, Stacy. Yeah.
So anybody got a spare $540 they want to borrow? Let me borrow till next whenever. Need to go see Elton John. I need to go see Elton.
No, I want to see if something happens to the Statue of Liberty. I'm going to be like, Oh my
No,
gosh.
come on. Stacy said she got to go see Elton John. She said she could have smelled him in the air the other night. I'm like, ooh, damn.
Oh, one other
Sad.
thing Edward Dowd said in his interview about the unemployment rate. He said that they're saying that the unemployment rate is only 3.5 or something, 3.7, something like that. But he said that's not the true unemployment rate. You've got people out there that are on disability, and especially after if they've had a reverse reaction to the you know what, that's a huge amount of people on disability, along with the people that are no longer looking. So he says the actual true unemployment rate is more like 24%.
Who's Edward Dowd?
He's
Whatever.
he used to work for BlackRock and work on Wall Street and do hedge funds. Like he was a hedge fund manager for BlackRock. So he talks about when he used to work there. He talks about Larry Fink, which is the CEO, and how things have changed, how they were a small company at first and then started buying and buying and buying and buying all this stuff and just buying everything up. Because you know how BlackRock owns everything within the world, and so does Vanguard and State Street and all that stuff.
Right.
Right. You got to listen to his thing. It's really good.
Hit girl,
He,
Rhino Nation 9 is not listed yet. It's not up and being recognized by YouTube yet. It's still in its 24-hour hold period or whatever they put it in. It's still being incubated.
I put that Edward Dowd interview in the chat back on September 16th. Yes, yeah, yesterday. September 16th.
What's today? What, Sunday? I don't know. Sometime tomorrow night, I guess. What, 7, 8 o'clock? I don't know. Sometime Sunday or Monday, it should be recognized. Who knows? Sometime Sunday or Monday should recognize it. It should be up. I'll have to go put a short over there. If you are seeing this, it means we have gotten taken down on 7 or 8. I can't even believe we got taken for it. I think we had some help. I'm not going to put the blame there, but I got a feeling we took out some help. Because it seems kind of odd. It took them almost damn near a week to come up with that shit. So somebody had to be complaining hard.
Oh, you think somebody turned you in?
Yep. Not pointing the finger or anything else, but I've heard rumblings that shit was going on other channels and shit, and it's like, do 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 do. Somebody is not the happiest with our. Somebody is not the happiest with our happy ass. So.
So do you see that there's a person no longer coming in your chat? That's what you need to investigate.
Well,
see who no longer is appearing in chat.
I got a long guy. Got a pretty good idea, but I'm not going to say nothing.
Okay.
I have a pretty good idea. I don't even know if that's it, but I'm just saying it's kind of strange. It took them Thursday,
Type it in private
Saturday,
chat
Sunday,
for me.
Monday.
Type it in private chat because I want to see if you think it's the same person I think it is. Go ahead, put it in chat, private chat. Savannah, they said Amanda Grace has a video out today. Did you watch it? Yeah, I started to watch it and then I got interrupted, so I got to go back and rewatch it because I didn't hear the whole thing.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Well, who were you? Who were you thinking? Put in there who you think it was, or is. Nah. Well, I don't know. That could be true. Nah, I don't think so. Nah.
Okay.
Mine's more personal.
Oh, okay.
It's got a bigger axe to grind. I don't even know what was fucking said, so I just caught bits and pieces, so I don't even know what the fuck was said, but it's not a happy camper. Did you watch it? No, I did not watch it there, Stacy.
She was
So
asking me.
Elton John is in the air tonight. Ooh, he needs to wear some deodorant. You can smell him that far away.
Nah. I slept a long time today. I need to get up tomorrow and do the lawn. I need to. Is there rain coming in here? There's a whole bunch of
I don't
storms
know.
around.
I think you're going to be at Home Depot with a 2-liter bottle with a top cut off. Say, hey, excuse me, sir, can I borrow you for a minute? Nah.
That will never happen. That will never happen.
Savannah will be over there with a mask. She'd be wearing the
No,
mask. She'll have the
I am
Halloween
not
mask.
like
Excuse
that
me,
at
sir.
all.
Excuse me,
Never
sir.
am.
Can I borrow you? Here, can you wee in this bottle? I need to put some piss on the fence so my dog won't chew on the tickets. Yeah. Get some crab spray.
Yeah, no, that would never happen.
You could probably throw mothballs over there too. Or is that for snakes? I think that's for snakes. I don't know.
There was
I heard
something
hot.
weird that happened yesterday with a bunch of dragonflies. A whole bunch of dragonflies were just swarming my backyard. And I was just like, okay, is this like a biblical sign? What's going on? Why are all these dragonflies out here? Finally, they moved off.
Yeah, you better watch it. They'll be calling with a cell phone to the grasshoppers. Ah, Mr. Grasshopper.
They were just swarming my backyard. And right around my what I was scared of is that I was like, oh my gosh, did something happen in the shed? Because I don't want to go in that shed. I know that there's a bunch of mice in there. I don't want to go in that shed. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if something happened in the shed. And I was going to look up dragonflies today to find out,
Man, we got a new
what.
species of mosquito here. Them bitches bite you, and then like you got a lump that blows up like the size of a damn nickel, and you fucking got to itch the shit out of it till you actually like make a I don't know what the hell, like till it like bleeds or some shit. I'm like, damn, man. I had one the other day. I looked over like, god damn, this thing looked at the size of a quarter. I was like, holy shit.
Did you
And you're just
swat it?
like,
Were you
damn,
able
that
to
thing can
kill
just.
it? Did it have blood or was it a mechanical? Was it
Well,
one of
I
those
got it, so I
mechanical
don't know.
things?
It didn't have no fentanyl in it because I'm still alive, but you know.
I
They
don't
say
know
got
whether
them.
they're
They got
delivering.
supposedly got them in a store. It's called the mosquito. You got enough. You can put enough fentanyl in it, and it goes. You can fly it if you're good enough. You can make it fly and hit your neighbor and sting him like a damn whatever. And the fentanyl goes right in their system. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool as hell. I'm like wondering, hey,
No,
next time they
thank
have a
you.
party across the street, I wonder if I can get a drop. Hello, can I local crop duster? Can you drop a fentanyl right at this address? Yeah, sure. Be funny as hell. Yeah,
All
why do they
right,
call
Stacy,
it
are you
dragon?
talking about dragonflies swarming everywhere?
Yeah,
These were
why
dragonflies.
do they call them dragonflies?
I don't know, but
Because
these
they're
were
so big and ugly,
dragonflies.
or what?
They got the longest body with the wings.
Right, but I like never like swatted one and like take a gander at it and say, oh, look at this thing. It looks like a dragon. No.
Well, I closed the doors and he was sleeping in his cage, so we were fine. So I just closed the door and I'm like, I'll check back in an hour to see if they're gone. And yeah, they were gone probably within an hour. I was just
Telling
like,
you,
what? What's
you want to be
going on
blown
here?
away. Watch the History Channel, the Tesla files. It'll be like, woohoo, it'll be information. You'll be like, oh
Well, I
my
was
gosh, check
wondering
that
what
shit
they
out.
eat. I was wondering what they eat because obviously
McDonald's.
there was a bunch of food in my backyard for them. I guess. I don't know.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
They hang out at McDonald's. You know, they got the McDonald's app. Told you, Ain't Suck's got better phones than we got. But you ever see the
I'll
first ant?
Google that right now.
You see the first ant on the scene. Oh my God! After that, there's about 1,000 of them bitches. I'm like, what? I was like, shit. Imagine you could do that with a party. It'd be like, look at that! I'm the first one here. Boing! Next thing you know, 5 minutes later, you got 1,000 people. Boop, 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 boop. Just saying. Just saying. Ants are a pain
They
in the
eat
ass.
mosquitoes, so why would I don't think I have a
Ants?
big thing of. No, the
Or
dragonflies
dragonflies?
eat mosquitoes.
Oh, well, we need some of them down here then, because, man, we got these new hybrid fucking mosquitoes. They're nasty. Give you a fucking quarter size welt, make you itch the shit out of it until it bleeds. Yeah.
And they eat flies too. So I must have had mosquitoes in the air or flies going on where the dragonflies were just being attracted to my backyard.
Or you had a stale McDonald's burger you don't know about somewhere. Oh.
That's only two things I can see on this list that they would have been attracted to that might be in my backyard.
I'd like to know why some of the houses up there by in Pennsylvania are so damn cheap. I had one that found look the other day that's like it's only like 22.5. That bad boy's not bad. Got a big, not a huge lot, but it's got a fairly nice lot and shit. Ain't got much wrong with that bad boy. I was like, damn, that's cheap as hell. Of course, you got to deal with winter. Got to deal with winter and them crazy Pennsylvania girls. I'm telling you. But that one dude, that Vaughn dude, said, "Don't buy a house, don't buy a car, don't buy nothing except it's going to be a dark, dark winter." I'm like, I don't.
Yeah,
see
but
that.
I'm guessing he doesn't know what's happening on the other side. That there's,
Dude, don't put it this way. Yeah, I could. Everybody's like, "Oh," I said, "No." I said, most people don't have the money to have all this shit stocked up and ready to go. I said, most people got maybe a week's worth of shit stocked up. After that, Katie barred the door because if this convenience store or gas station that's got food or water or something in it, fuck it, it's going to be raided. And they ain't going to have enough cops, police, or anything else to stop shit. I'm sorry. That's just what I'm saying. Hope it don't happen, but you know. Well, I think it's kind of fun, not funny, but gee, Donald's crib got tossed, and then 70 some of his best friends got their crib tossed. Hey, Donald, are you going to fucking take care of this shit or what, fuckhead? Amazing how the military all of a sudden got a green light to go kick some ass. Oh, I wonder why.
it indicated that they had plans to steal the election again. Oh, I'm sorry, steal the big B. Damn it.
Oh, well, guess we'll be using 9 here soon.
Oh, I've been so good too. Catch myself.
Oh my God, I better delete the video. Oh well, fuck it. That would be fucked up if that happened, though.
What, another one?
Oh, we got struck on this one. That would be fucked up. Oh well. What you gonna do? Shit happens. I was just happy. Well, I was surprised because I didn't even try Restream. I just went over to StreamYard just to be fucking around because it didn't. Because I was on the back channel and it said, "Whoop, nope, this app you can't go live yet." I was like, "You motherfuckers!" I went over to StreamYard just to be in shits and giggles. I was like, "Whoop, you're live." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, damn, that's cool." But see, I don't have to read up on StreamYard because I don't even know how you drop a link or you cut your camera off so it turns into avatar. I know you can because everybody else uses StreamYard too. I just don't know the platform. Right, number 9. I got the email stuck to it. I just haven't stuck it on YouTube yet. Or I did, but they ain't recognized it yet. Put it that way. Sometime seven something tomorrow, it should be ready to fly. Maybe. Hardest part was trying to get an avatar that fit in a little circle. I got some cool rhinos. Stacy got a cool rhino. She got a cool rhino. I sent it to her. It's cute. uh, uh, uh. Woo woo. I'm just glad we got back up.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I asked Travis tonight, I said, are we doing something wrong? I said, is there a box I'm missing to not check? Because I've been all over the dashboard, forwards and backwards, every square there is on there. I'm like, I don't see it because it won't stay lit. He said, that means they ain't letting you back up. It's like, that's what I thought. Because there's like a black screen and it's got three things. It says go live, webcam, and something else. Well, if you click the web go live, if it's going to let you, it'll stay lit red or lit something. It turns a different color or something. If it don't, it won't stay lit. It'll just boop, go on and then it goes back off. I was like, yeah, fucking bastard. That's what it said tonight. It says this access is denied for this soup. Still access denied still. I'm like, what?
Hmm.
Oh, look who made it. Oh my goodness, the sleeping beauty. Kelly K in the house.
Hi, Kelly K.
What's up, Kelly KK? Woo-woo. Rhino Nation 8, liftoff. Well, we've been bouncing all over. We was over on stream. Well, that don't matter where we was at. We was on StreamYard for a little while. Oh, not feeling good. Oh my goodness. Hope you feel better. I hope you don't have the disease of Ollie. I don't hope you have Ollie disease. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You didn't have Laurie visit you, did you? He was over there farting. Ah, over there farting. Hold on. Oh, there's a dog in the back. I thought it was somebody coming in the back.
Well, I
Yeah.
hope you feel better, Kelly K.
Well, we've been bouncing all over. We was on your StreamYard earlier, and we got rid of that test and we stayed over for a little bit. And then I said, well, let's try a Restream. Ah, look at that. Well, we got this one come next week. We'll have 3 channels. We'll have Rhino Nation 7 will be back. We'll have Rhino Nation 8 withdrawing now. And then come tomorrow or maybe Monday at the latest, we'll have Rhino Nation 9. Oh, yeah. Whoop, whoop. Oh, you never know. We thought Laurie went over to Kelly K's house and she let a rip, huh? She let a rip, huh? Next thing you know, Kelly K is like, nah, I'm not feeling too well. Little Ollie disease. Yeah. We'll have to have a memorial service for Ollie the Orchid. Hmm. Give him a proper send off. Proper send off. Damn dog. Ew. Why do you do that? Yuck. Damn.
What did she do?
Not good. I didn't, well, since she's black, right, when you turn, you can't see her. As soon as I turn, she's sitting there sticking her tongue right in my eye. I'm like, yeah, God, stop, dog. I was like, ew. It's like, I mean, because it's dark anyway, and the interior of the car is not all that bright, so you don't really see her sneak up. You just turn, and it's like, ah, ew. I'm like, not something you like feeling is the wet tongue stuck in your eyes. Like, ew, damn,
No.
dog, where did this come from? It's like, ew, stop. I know she just wants. I know she just wants to play, but I'm like, ew, like, stop it. No, the funniest one is you make like a dog whimpering noise. That drives her nuts. She's like, well, she'll like try to attack you with that one. She'll get the balls out and everything else. It's funny. It's just amazed at two different dog dudes because when Sierra puts her paws out, she doesn't throw the claws out. Whereas the dopey, whew, no. Oh, you woke up now too? What's the matter? Sierra woke you up? Hold on. You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi, dopers. Say hi,
Hello.
dopies. Dopey said hi.
Hello.
Oh, there's the other one. See, look, jealousy. There's the other one.
Yep.
Jealousy. Jealousy.
Hello.
There's the Sierra. You got jealousy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, yes. You want some loving. Oh, my goodness. You want some loving. Stop. I know. You want some loving. Hold on.
Did she get
You want
over
some
it,
loving.
Lori C? Did she get over it?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Well, we got you. We got you. You little monster. You little monster. You little monster. You're funny. You're funny. I'm getting attacked by Sierra now. You're funny. Oh, little dog is funny.
Okay,
Oh,
good. Good.
gotta get
Yeah,
some of that
thank God.
horse paste. Gotta get some of that horse paste. Yes, the Sierra. Oh, you gonna put them paws up? Oh, you just think? You just
Who
think?
was that guy that told us about the horse paste? Justice something? He was always with
Oh, Will Justice.
yeah, you haven't seen
Will.
him around lately, have you?
Not too much, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's kind of missing.
He used to pop over here all the time for a little while there. And he was over at Travis, so I don't know. Maybe he's busy, got something else going on. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I hope the other one shut down. It was still running supposedly, but I hope it shut down by now. I don't see how it could still be running because I said hit the stop button and end. So I don't know. I don't know nothing about Restream. Nothing. He's on Telegram. Oh yeah. No, you cannot teach my bugger. Stop with the paws. Stop with the paws. What? Glad I never got that crap yet. Glad the Rido's immune system doesn't works pretty well so far. Boop, boop, boop. What? What? What, Sierra? You're a big baby. You're a big baby. That's all you are. So, what do you expect is going to happen at the funeral on Monday there, Sabina?
I'm really kind of hoping for a rest, but I don't know.
See, I was hoping right when that dude with the furry hat on was going to read the proclamation and he would have said, "Oh, excuse me there, chap. Your boy has been arrested. Have a nice day. He's no longer king."
See, they're so proper over there, though. I mean, they would just be, so appalled that something like that would have happened during the funeral. And you probably wouldn't
Yeah,
get.
yeah, but the one that's going to blow their mind if it's well, the old windbag was not actually the queen for 70 fucking years because he was illegitimate. Oh my God, what are you talking about? Woo-hoo. You should hear him now. The bastard would
Yeah.
go nuts. The old biddy was not even a queen, God damn it. She was just a fucking made up piece of shit. What the fuck?
It'll probably happen after everything, I would imagine, but I don't know. The first arrest is going to be Charles, but when they get him, does he die before his arrest because he's got congestive heart failure? Does he go down as a heart
Oh,
attack?
come
I
on.
don't know.
They gotta put the old Popey on a stick and march him around. Come here, Popey. Let's put you on a stick. Let's put you on a stick there, old Popey. Ooh.
I don't know. See, and that could be the big thing that happens on the 24th. Who knows?
What?
Prince Charles getting arrested.
Oh, I hope it's not what they're saying. That everybody that has the V is going to take a dive, a swan dive. I was like, that would be ugly.
Yeah.
See, it's worse when you see planes dropping out the sky. It's like, oh shit. Queen's gonna sit up and say, psych. She's gonna throw all them cards that you sent her at each other, at everybody. Ah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I said it's no when you got a goat laying on the table next to you and he goes, bah, you're next. It ain't a good night.
No.
It's not been a good night. And I knew I shouldn't have drank that with shot. Oh my God.
I know I'm the only one that's going to be working on the 19th. That was already said that the people in the UK have their time off. So that's 3 of my coworkers are not going to be working. And then another coworker asked for the day off because she's got to go to jury duty. And then there's some sort of holiday in Costa Rica on the 19th. So it's just like, and so my supervisor said, "You're the only one that's going to be working, you and I." And I think I'm going to be calling in sick that day.
Savannah's got a picket emergency. I got a picket emergency. Oh my God. I got a picket emergency. Oh yes. I got a picket
So I might
emergency.
be putting in some time tomorrow at work to make sure that I've got everything caught up to be able to catch what's headed my way for Monday. We'll see.
I was figuring we're gonna have some new currency by this weekend, but no, didn't happen.
Well,
Yeah, it's been a slow news
according
weekend.
according to Nick, that the banks are switching over in the middle of the night with the new software. So we've got movement there. We know things are changing. Things are not
Fargo,
going to
because
remain the same.
Wells Fargo said they were having uh they were updating something on their web banking shit.
Oh, and then he mentioned something about the IMF and Iraq. So I think the IMF gave the approval to Iraq to go on the BRIC system. So I don't know.
Oh, I got you. Oh yeah, I'm getting you.
It's
I'm
not like
getting you, Sierra.
nothing's happening. We know stuff is happening. We know that things are changing. We just, you know, don't know what they're changing to.
Blackout or worldwide blackout? Yeah. What would that accomplish? What's that going to accomplish? I don't know. But, I
That's
mean,
supposed to bring you back up onto the new, onto the like Starlink and stuff like that.
well, I better get cool here real quick so I can get my shit hooked to the pole so we can get some Tesla free energy.
I know.
Well, that's pretty wild that I was like watching that shit. I was like, damn. I said, wow, that's pretty interesting crap there.
It is.
Interesting.
We woke him up.
Oh,
All right. I'm gonna drop because I gotta take care of Chewy. I woke him up.
Oh, see that doper? She woke Chewy up. Oh, poor
Yeah.
baby. Dopey's laughing. She said I texted him. She said I texted him. Dopey said I texted him.
Probably.
Dopey's laughing.
All right, everybody, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Doper's texted Chewy. You'll see her putting the cell phone back in her pocket. Ooh, Doper's got a pocket. You got a pocket for a cell phone, Dopes? All right, I guess we'll get out of here too. Woo-hoo. All right, Rhino Nation 8 is back up. Rhino Nation 7 will be back up sometime next week. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, we're all going to bed, Laurie says. Oh, yeah, we're all going to bed. And Rhino Nation 8 and 9 will be up sometime this weekend, or Monday at the latest. Whoop, 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 whoop. Got to cue the music. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna get some snappy tunes going on. Woo-hoo. Oh yeah, I'm glad you were here for the top of the Rhino Nation. Glad the rocket could finally gain a little altitude in the house. I'll have to do that when the live chat comes up tomorrow there, Hit Girl. The live chat doesn't show up until about 4 or 5 hours after the show goes off or longer. But I will. Yeah, me too. I know. Gotta wait till tomorrow. Gotta figure out why. I got 2 avatars to save Gotta figure out why I got 2 avatars to save. I don't get it.